seen him at the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He look at me and he playing because he think everything's a game.
Yeah.
But
If you saw him during the battle, you know what I mean. He was staring at me and acting like he was playing since he didn't realize that I was about to beat the out of this place. Tension between Terence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez reached new heights at the Canelo Alvarez vs. Edgar Berlanga Jr. boxing event. What appeared to be a routine boxing match took an unexpected turn when Crawford publicly confronted Lopez and his father. The exchange began when Lopez's father approached Crawford, igniting an intense exchange that left fans wondering if this rivalry would escalate into a full-blown fight in the ring. In stark contrast to the intensity of the clash moments earlier, Terence Crawford's recent actions have kept him in the spotlight for his dominance in the ring as well as his astute predictions of upcoming fights. After the heated confrontation, tensions remained high as Crawford made his way out of the arena, drawing reporters who were eager to get a statement about the incident. However, Crawford chose not to engage further when asked about the altercation with Lopez and his father. He simply brushed off the questions, offering no comment. One such duel that drew his interest was Dimitri B and BBV, who are both consistently analytical. Crawford evaluated both fighters' strengths and ultimately chose Bivol because of his boxing skill and strategic approach. When Crawford voiced his opinions, it was clear that he believed Ball could manage the tempo of the fight. I think the best man is going to win once again, the one that executes the game plan. The best will win that fight. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Ball because of his boxing skills, his movement, and just his will to keep fighter at the distance that he needs, Crawford said. Crawford demonstrated his comprehension of how styles affect results with his in-depth analysis of the Bivol versus BBV clash. He was aware of BV's overwhelming strength and unrelenting aggression, but he was more impressed by Ball's ability to control the fight for Crawford with his jab and footwork. Crawford stated that the key to victory wasn't brute strength, but rather keeping a distance and using a disciplined strategy. I think that's one thing that's going to carry him to victory. Now, BBF, he's strong. He's going to come for a fight, but I think Ball's jab is going to stop all that forcefully coming straight forward into the boxer. Yeah, the boxer is mostly favored over the puncher, Crawford said. This wasn't Crawford's only big fight on his mind, though. He also discussed the much-anticipated rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, revealing that he has close ties to Usyk and admires his style. I believe that this battle will be interesting once more, since I know that the first time I picked Usyk to win. Tyson is also a dear buddy, but we are not as close as Usyk and me. Crawford talked about the preparations he thought Tyson Fury would make for their rematch. In his mind, Fury would go back to the drawing board and try to outperform his prior effort in order to obtain the upper hand. In my opinion, Tyson Fury will start over and strive to make better adjustments sooner rather than later. Crawford addressed Fury's mental state in the first fight and noted that the fighter's struggles were probably caused by overconfidence rather than overconfidence. I don't think Fury became overconfident, or rather, I believe he was going through a lot in his personal life, and I believe that training and the fight's postponement both had an impact on Fury's performance. Crawford's focus has also been drawn to personal struggles and rivalries outside of the ring, beyond his predictions and commentary on the boxing world. He has received offers for crossover events, including a possible fight with Conor McGregor, but he has made it clear that he has no interest in competing in an octagon. Crawford said, "Man, listen, they called me. You know what I mean? They called me and they offered the fight, and me and Conor got on the phone and we started politicking, trying to figure something out. And I just told him, man, I'm not getting in no damn octagon with you so you can." Crawford's candor is a reflection of his awareness of his skills and his reluctance to take unwarranted chances in unknown arenas, especially when there is a significant financial stake. Crawford is aware of his boundaries and cherishes his ideals. Crawford made it plain that he wasn't interested in fighting in a situation where he would be inferior when the topic of entering the octagon was raised. He said, yeah, he got to laughing and stuff. He's like, man, Crawford and McGregor acknowledged the differences between their sports with mutual respect for each other's expertise, but when McGregor brought up the potential financial benefits of the fight, Crawford's response was obvious for him. I respect that he was like, man, because you respect my sport, just like I respect your sport, and you understand that if you get in the octagon with me, you're going to be at a disadvantage, just like if I get in the boxing ring with you, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. His goal is to compete where he thinks he can excel without sacrificing his abilities or safety, not necessarily about the money. He remarked, but we'll make a __T of money, to which I replied, yeah, sometimes it's not about the money. I mean, you know I can make money, but you're not going to kick me, guy. After considering possible fights and crossover events, Crawford has shifted his focus back to the boxing arena where he faces an intriguing new challenge. His forthcoming battle with Canelo Alvarez is one that has been anxiously awaited by fans and commentators alike. Crawford is renowned for his technical brilliance, and the strategic approach have stated their belief that this fight will produce something exceptional if Canelo chooses to enter the ring with him. It will be an exciting battle between two of the best in the sport. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Well, it's not really. Message, it's all respect here. If he decides to come to us, he will undoubtedly enter the ring with unwavering confidence in his ability. Crawford has stated that he fully expects to win. With a sense of victory, he looked ahead to the battle and declared with confidence that he saw no situation in which he wouldn't win. He is adamant that no matter who is facing him in the ring, he can always win. As he gets ready to take on Canelo, it's evident that he is approaching the fight with the mindset of a champion ready to demonstrate once more why he is among the best in the world. He said, of course I beat him. There ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that I step in the ring with. Although he may have some technical advantages, Crawford is realistic about the physical differences between him and Canelo, noting both his own strengths and Canelo's advantages. Crawford also understands that Canelo's stature and power are important aspects. Me and Canelo have the same height. Canelo is bigger and stronger than me, but I am faster and have a longer reach than him. Crawford remarked, showing his balanced view of the fight ahead. This self-awareness, combined with his confidence, is what makes Crawford such a formidable competitor. Despite recognizing the advantages Canelo brings to the table, Crawford remains focused on the task at hand. He acknowledges that Canelo's physical size and punching power could present significant challenges, but he knows that these factors won't determine the outcome until they are both in the ring, while Crawford admits there is some uncertainty about how he'll handle Canelo's power and size. He remains cautiously optimistic. His adaptability and strategic mindset show he's fully prepared to face any challenge that comes his way, leaving no stone unturned as he readies himself for one of the biggest fights of his career. I don't know, I just think, his punch of power and his physical size is the only thing that I really have to weave about. But who knows, once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punch of power. His Crawford's confidence comes not just from his skills, but from his vast experience facing larger opponents throughout his career. He has consistently demonstrated his ability to adapt and overcome the physical advantages of his rivals, having spent much of his career going up against bigger fighters. Crawford views this as simply another challenge, one for which he is well prepared. He said, I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of the game, underscoring